his duty is to his men and to the Constitution of the United States, and as an ex-military man, I think he should be held up for treason.
Oh, I totally
I think that there should be treason laws brought against these people, and I think they should be hung right on the front of the Capitol building steps. They should hang them publicly.
That's the only way we're going to even start to get our country, is if we start to put these bastards away.
Colin Powell is a general, and them Pentagon people call themselves generals. They are the biggest disgrace to a military in all of history. Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, none of the great generals such as Patton or Lee would ever have anything to do with them people.
I personally think we had a military coup.
We already have had a military coup. We've got a military coup taking over, and it is a pluralistic oligarchy of the elitists running the poor people. They took industry away from us just like they took the buffalo away from the Indian. They destroyed us, and they're going to enslave us, and they're going to depopulate the earth by 1/2. That's their intention. Make no mistake about it.
Well, I know that I marched in 9/11 here a couple of weeks ago, and we had over 1,000 people marching in buckets of rain. I mean, it was pouring. Now I don't know if they turned the spigots on.
Why would your own country bomb a building like that and kill all them people?
I think they turned the rain on us, and I think they did it yesterday.
But the chemtrails.
I think they can control the rain, but
chemtrails and HAARP.
Especially with this, they try to do. They'll do anything right now. They have the power, but you go below World Trade 7, Larry Silverstein's building, and you
building 5 buildings after getting 3 wrecked and getting insurance on them.
He built a brand new building. He has a big office in there now. You go in the subway underneath it, the new WT7, and you'll see eyes all over the place. It's ceramic tile. They've been built in. This is part of the NSA New World Order crap. I know the NSA was very much
Marvin Bush,
the NSA,
Silverstein.
Yeah, Marvin Bush ran all the security for the Trade Center.
And Cheney just happened to be in the center of Detroit, Denver, Colorado. There that take over all the air traffic.
That's where I'm from, Denver.
I own property. I used to own property down there, just above the border of New Mexico, there by the sand dunes.
His daughter was in my MBA program.
They've got FEMA camps, internment camps. They intend to kill us. They are in no way, in no respect. This is the biggest. They are so far ahead of us.
All you got to do is just go down the street, go down to downtown. You can see what they're doing.
We've been under martial law. We're under surveillance. We're under attack from the air.
But you see these eyes, and that's a symbol of the Illuminati, or whatever you want to call it, the New World Order. You look on your dollar bill, there's a reason that eye is there, and it's total information awareness, total surveillance. They want, you can surveil, and they're outsourcing a lot of it to the Israelis, who,
a Zionist Christian.
most of the NSA is run by the Israeli, they farm it out to Israeli intelligence members, former Israeli military people who run most of the NSA, and they farm it out. These bastards are fucking ruthless, and worse
than the Russian mafia, ain't they?
They're part of the mafia, but they were the ones that brought us 9/11. I'm pretty sure. So
the leaders and Bushes and them, they bombed that building, collected the insurance on it to start that war, to steal that oil with our blood and our tax dollars, to bankrupt us, to take all of our industry away, and they intend to depopulate half the earth. The ruthless, evil bastards will do anything.
I don't put anything past them anymore.
May God send them to the furthest part and deepest part of hell that exists.
Well, I think Obama's part of the plan. I don't know what.
Obama got bought out.
Well, his mom and him both worked for CIA front company.
Uncle Tom, Obama.
That's exactly what Malcolm X talks about. If you listen to his last speech before he was assassinated, exactly what he talked about.
Well, sure. You know who groomed him, don't you? Kissinger. He groomed Obama from the beginning.
Yeah, he had a lot of, Brzezinski is one of his advisors, and he's part of that whole CIA rat pack, and Kissinger, a whole bunch. Yeah, I can't believe that.
They are the evilest bastards that ever existed.
Guys, these people live forever, these criminals.
They're as evil as people can get.
How in the world could they live so long? We can't get rid of the bastards.
May God strike them bastards dead. Put a mojo on them son of a bitches. I hate them.
I hope they burn in hell, and they
I don't know how to get even with them other than on a psychic level. And if everyone had the same mindset, thought the same thing, kill Cheney, and they thought about it, he'd die of a heart attack. you can do it with mine, and that's what they're afraid of, is this next step in consciousness, where you'll be able to look and read my mind in the next consciousness level when we go up, and then them women will see my filthy mind. They'll know exactly what I'm thinking.
I don't know if I want to read it,
but we'll know about them, and they won't be able to hide it. And I think that's what they're trying to stop. You know, they don't care if they get caught. All right, so what? We blew up the Twin Towers and we collected the money and we stole the money and we're killing you off. What are you going to do about it?
That's about how they.
And the army will do what we tell them to. If not, we've got an army that will. I don't care if it's the American army, the Chinese army. We own them, and we're going to do what we want.
That's about how
if you don't like it, well, we'll just get rid of you and your children.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'd really worry about abortion. Let's worry about abortion while they kill off half of us. Bastards.
Are there any media left down here?
I don't know. They can't report anything. They're just a bunch of clowns.
I like to educate them, though, anyway.
I talk to them. I tell them Rosie O'Donnell was right. Our country got a bunch of fucking I've never heard of such high treason in my life, other than in Stalin or Hitler. There's never been anyone more evil.
Why won't our Congress do anything?
Because if they do, I guess they'll get liquidated. I don't know. They're scared to death. They're afraid to speak their mouth.
Kennedy was people.
Well, he wanted to investigate the Federal Reserve, and he didn't want to go to Vietnam. So what happened to him? And his dad, you know, then his brother started prosecuting the people when they fixed the election for him to get in. I mean, as a Democrat, I don't like that, but the Democrats, Chicago, my boys in Chicago, you know, my friends, they got that election, they got Kennedy. Then he turned on him, and that's one of the reasons they killed him. But mostly because he wanted to eliminate the Federal Reserve and didn't want to go in Vietnam, so he was killed.
Well, I think even Edward Kennedy, I have some questions about his death, but
yeah, well,
I don't know.
Some
people say he was poisoned at the convention.
They will kill anyone that gets in their way. And you just think these people are leaders. And you just think these people have power. What gets me is that these soldiers.
Well, Kennedy was talking.
I took that same oath to office to uphold the Constitution and defend my tribe. And you know what? These soldiers don't get it. How would you serve a soldier like Powell? If I found out, if I was under Powell and I found out about him, I would demand that he be brought up and taken to a military court and hung for treason.
I asked for that many times, trust me. But yeah, I don't know. Somewhere some sanity has to come back to our government. I don't know where. It's only going to come by us speaking out. I don't know, doing stuff like this.
The whole world's watching America, see what they're going to do about it. And then, you know, we got we got some strong people here today. Most of them are meek, weak, and they're just unconscious.
Oh yeah.
They don't believe a damn thing. They have no concept. They refuse to listen.
I had a woman, I was talking, I said, is the march over with? And she started cursing me out because I was marching. I said, how can you people, this fat, lazy slob who didn't care about anything, doesn't care. Oh, it's just you're inconveniencing my street here. This is the fucking, we're fighting for our country here, you stupid woman.
Green Bay, Wisconsin, all the way to St. Paul, Minnesota, giving out copies of the Constitution. Said, here, man, would you like to have a copy of the Constitution, you know, so you can read up on it and make sure that your rights are there? That's all we said. And she says, I've got children here. Don't want her children to know what the Constitution of the United States is about. Then it showed this picture of these two cops pulling this lady over. She had a box full of Constitutions that she was going to give out. They locked her up. And these guys looked at us, well, I guess it's some kind of terrorist literature. It was a goddamn copy of the Constitution of the United States. And these cops did not even know what it was about.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're trained to be idiots.
God damn, now that's fucking ridiculous. In the 6th grade, I knew what the Constitution of the United States was and my rights were. In the 6th grade civics.
Well, they're trained to do that. They're trained to be idiots, arrogant idiots.
You mean you just blindly follow a fucking general that would say do something like that and you ain't got no more fucking honor about yourself, and you call yourself a warrior and you're going to beat up innocent fucking weak unarmed people? Why don't you go meet a real warrior? Take that equipment off and go out there and fight like they used to, eye to eye, and beat that motherfucker to death. But go pick out a warrior. You call themselves warriors.
He lied about the My Lai massacre too. So
no fucking honor.
Ron Paul, I haven't. People told me that he's a shill.
Who?
Ron Paul's a shill. I love his website. People told me he's a shill. He's just not the real deal.
Well, he's trying to be a constitutionalist. I'm surprised they ain't killed him.
I like what he says, but I have a funny